But let me quickly take you to the National Theatre. Currently, we are receiving the welcome address by the primetime MD, Mrs. Nana Ekia Ankoma Asare.
And understanding of science and maths, outstanding performances, demanding questions and insightful answers, dramatic changes in the turn of events, mighty falls, quick comebacks, pleasant surprises, and not so pleasant shocks. Over the past month, our emotions have run the gamut from great expectation, excitement, and ecstasy to disappointment, tension, and even sadness. Over and over again. We have applauded happily or sadly, danced and sang as we have done this morning, walked home dejected and in silence, teased each other, and even competed with the AFCON for visibility and attention. Ladies and gentlemen, we now must part company and return to our various stations to start the preparation for another season of the NSMQ and Science Festival. NSMQ 2019 began with the recce and balloting exercises in February of 2019, and which was promptly followed by the regional competitions and the newly introduced regional championships in March of 2019. All that you are witnessing here today is the culmination of a whole year of hard work and sacrifice on the part of the contestants, teachers, heads of schools, primetime management and staff, the NSMQ team of consultants and quizmistresses, and the technical crew. This year's SciTech Fair was very interesting and had all very innovative projects on display. We are grateful to all the teams that took part in the fair. Congratulations to all of you. We noted with pleasure the projects that Ghana Secondary Technical School, GSTS, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, PRESEC, Mamfe Methodist Girls, SHS, Laura, SHS, St. Francis Xavier, SHS and Seminary, Salifu Mohammed Tech Startup from Tamale, Hack Mount Sinai, SHS, Action Basic School, and Apenkwa JHS, both in Accra. It is for these projects that the SciTech was instituted. And we are pleased that the schools have taken this event seriously and are grooming our students to think outside the box and to come up with innovative solutions to our local problems. Next year, the SciTech Fair will become a full competition like the NSMQ, and we hope that the participating schools will make it as big as this is in the years to come. This year, our TOS program, which is aimed at introducing participants, including our regular audiences on location, to science in business, in industry, and in research. This took us to several places of interest where they were educated on the link between science as practiced in those institutions and industry. And so we would like to say a big thank you to the management of the following institutions for their warm reception and the education they gave our teams. Ghana Standards Board, or Ghana Standards Authority, Noguchi Memorial Institute, Cocoa Processing Company Limited, Blue Skies Ghana Limited, Academic City College, and the Ghana Planetarium. We appreciate all that you have done for us in making the TORS program work, and we hope that you will continue to support the program. As in previous editions of the NSMQ and Science Festival, we had a number of mentors come in and share their personal experiences building their present careers with the students. All these lessons resonated very well with the students, and we are grateful to all our mentors for taking time out of their busy schedules to come and support the NSMQ. You have touched lives that you do not even know about. You have touched people you are not even aware of. And we hope that this knowledge will encourage you to do more for the mentorship sessions and the National Science and Maths Quiz and Science Festival. Our picnic came on as scheduled, thanks to Vimto, and we are grateful for the opportunity to distress in this high-pressure environment and to find a little bit of time to have some fun, some laughter, and to build some team-building skills. The NSMQ itself, the quiz itself, started off in the regional competitions held across the country. There were over 450 participating schools at the regional level, out of which 108 schools qualified to join the 27 seeded schools from the 2018 edition to form the 135 participating schools at the National Championship. You, our audiences, have been witness to the amazing shows that have taken place here, the display of brilliance and command over the subject matters, the topics that the students were faced with and had to tackle. We noted with sadness the dismal performance of the girls' schools. With the exception of Wesley Girls High School, all the participating girls' schools dropped out by the end of the 1/8 round. We hope that the management of these girls' schools will take a cue from the incidents of this year's NSMQ and do a little more to make sure that their schools travel far in the competition. We noted with disappointment, would you let me speak, please? This particular segment is directed at the fans. Would you let me speak, please? We noted with disappointment the raucous behavior and sexist comments of our fans and supporters, both in the auditorium and especially on social media. These mean and demeaning comments directed especially at the girls' schools was very reprehensible on your part. And we condemn it utterly and completely. Primetime firmly believes that the face of science, especially in Africa, is that of a woman. We have endeavored to show that girls are just as capable as boys of excelling at science and mathematics. Which is why, for the past 26 years of the existence of the National Science and Maths Quiz, we have only had female scientists as the face of the program. You will remember Professor Marian Eramadi, who was the first quiz mistress of the National Science and Maths quiz. We've also had Dr. Eureka Emefa Adomako, our own quiz mistress, who will be moderating today. Dr. Elsie Efa Kaufman has been with the program since 2006. We also have had Dr. Lamte, Dr. Angela Lamte. For our preliminary round, we have Mrs. Gladys Ode Schwinger, and recently, Dr. Thelma Ohinieje. We insist that the place of the girl, as far as science and mathematics is concerned, is at par with the boys. And we urge all our fans and supporters to learn from the wonderful examples of female brilliance in science and mathematics that we have presented to you over the past 26 years. And we urge you to accord all schools that compete in this competition, especially the girls' schools, the respect and honor that they well and truly deserve. We would like to commend all our newly seeded schools. Pope John SHS, Tamale SHS, Kumasi Academy, Ghana SHS, Achimota School. It's been a long time coming, huh? Otibwating SHS, Chemu SHS, Obuasi SHTS, GSTS Takoradi, St. Ignatius of Loyola. I would like us to give a special clap for St. Ignatius of Loyola. St. John's Grammar School. Another round of applause for Tepa Senior High School. They were marvelous at their contests. Bando Senior High School, T.I. Amas Kumasi, and Buamponsem Senior High School for the thrilling performances that you gave us right from the regional competitions to the quarterfinals and beyond. Well done, keep up the good work. We hope you will be able to maintain or even improve on the level of excellence that saw you through to the quarterfinals of this year's competition. I would like to give special mention to Tepa, again, for winning the awards for the most impressive run. The award is for the school, the lesser-known school that travels the farthest in the National Science and Maths Quiz. Tepa went all the way up from the regional competitions to the semi-finals. And to Wesley Girls High School for winning Newmont's new award for the best girls' school at the National Science and Maths Quiz, and also for winning the Henrietta Mensah Bosu Award for the best girls' school at the National Science and Maths Quiz. I would like to say a big thank you to our sponsors, starting with the Ministry of Education, the Ghana Education Service, our main sponsors. We would like to thank all supporting sponsors for all that you have done for us. Special thank you to our media partners for partnering with us and making sure that the message of the National Science and Maths Quiz goes far and wide. This year, just as last year, the NSMQ was babia, and we thank you for that. A very big thank you goes to our individual sponsors of the awards, to Mr. Bubune Adi, in Fanspem NSMQ 99, for instituting the Marian Irama Adi Award for the best school at the NSMQ. Another thank you goes to the Banfo family for instituting the Jacob and Elizabeth Banfo Memorial Award for the school with the most impressive run. We hope other individuals and corporate bodies would be encouraged to also institute awards to encourage the students to excel at the National Science and Maths Quiz and to appreciate the efforts that they put into preparation. Special thank you goes to the heads of the schools, the teachers, the teams, the contestants. Thank you for all the hard work that you put into coming up here to compete. Thank you to the quiz mistresses, the consultants for the painstaking job that you do to ensure a largely error-free competition all month long. Primetime staff, wherever you are, take a bow. Primetime staff, wherever you are, please take a bow. Thank you for the whole year of hard work and sacrifice that you put into making the National Science and Maths Quiz and Science Festival work. Thank you to our crew. Thank you to our fans who make this program such a wonderful thing to watch. Dear finalists, PRESEC, St. Augustine's, and St. Peter's, defending champions. Congratulations on your consistently excellent performance at NSMQ 2019. You have thrilled us over the course of the past month with your brilliance, and we wish you the very best of luck today as you take your seats to find the one champion, the main champion of NSMQ 2019. This is not the end of the world if you do not win. You are champions in your own right, true champions. Thank you for all that you have done. I wish you all a very enjoyable competition. Thank you.
Can we please receive another round of applause for the Managing Director, Primetime? And I want to bring to your attention that we're running live across all social media platforms, NSMQ Ghana, and we're as well running live on JoyNews, on television, on the multi-TV platform, as well as Joy 99.7 FM, YFM 107.5. All are running live with us. And our hashtag is NSMQ 2019. Well, I'm sure you're aware that the National Science and Maths Quiz has Ghana Education Service as our main sponsor. And indeed, their contribution has been absolutely significant in ensuring that we have all come thus far. Can we please receive a resounding round of applause for the Ghana Education Service? And in that spirit, we would want to invite to deliver a speech on behalf of the Director General of the Ghana Education Service. Mrs. Patti Asan is the Director, Basic Education. Can we please give her a round of applause as she joins us on stage? Let's keep it going, let's keep it going. AUGUSCO, let's keep it going, let's keep it going. PRESEC, show some love, show some love. Come on, guys. That's right, that's right. That's how we do it. Thank you so much.
Chief Director of the Ministry of Education, representing the Honorable Minister of Education, Chairman of the Ghana Education Service Council, Managing Director and staff of Primetime Production Limited, executives and members of CHAS, executives and members of the Ghana Association of Science Teachers, executives and members of the Mathematics Association of Ghana, our hard-working teachers, friends from the media, invited guests, all the brilliant contestants, students, ladies and gentlemen. I'm extremely honored to be here on behalf of the Director General of the Ghana Education Service to deliver this address at the closing ceremony of this year's National Science and Maths Quiz Competition. Permit me, therefore, to express my profound gratitude to the organizers for their kind invitation. Exactly a month today, that is 11th June 2019, this year's National Science and Maths Quiz Competition was launched. The curtain is being brought down today after such a keen and educative contest. We find ourselves in an era that seriously presents a huge challenge to the third world countries in their quest to keep up the pace with the high educational standards set by the more advanced peers in the Western world as a result of our standard in mathematics and science. Ghana's most prestigious academic program, the National Science and Maths Quiz, the 2017 CIMG Television Program of the Year, is worth far more than what many of us perceive it to be. In fact, to the elite and the academicians, it is worth more than gold because it is the only available platform for the intelligentsia to flex their muscles in display of mock academic prowess, which also serves as one of the viable ways of improving teaching and learning, especially of mathematics and science. It is a great delight to be here today to witness the grand finale of this year's National Science and Maths Quiz. It has been a long, challenging, and competitive journey since the regional and preliminary contest began, and to have come this far is no mean an achievement. Kudos to the organizers for this great feat. I take the opportunity to thank the management of Primetime Production Limited for their support over the years in making the competition a reality, and to congratulate all the schools which participated. Ladies and gentlemen, science and mathematics education have played a pivotal role in the rapid socioeconomic and industrial development of nations. It is through the study of science and maths that we are able to improve the quality of our lives by adopting the best health, sanitation, engineering, and other practices that ensures our improved standard of living. The knowledge and application of science and maths enables students to make sound decisions that seek to promote their collective welfare and well-being. It also helps to make them innovative in solving the problems that plague our society now and in the future. It is against this background that the National Science and Maths Quiz should be embraced by all and given the necessary support to ensure its success and sustainability. It is heartwarming to know that records available in our schools indicate that students who have represented their schools in the National Science and Maths Quiz at the zonal, regional, and national levels over the years excelled in their WASI examinations. These give indication that we must do our best to sustain the program. It is our hope that with a growing interest shown by the general public in this quiz, more corporate institutions will seize the opportunity to sponsor the program at all levels. On this note, we wish all the schools that will be competing in the grand finale the best of luck. May the best school emerge victorious. God bless us all. Thank you.
Once again, can we please do it better for the Ghana Education Service? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make a small correction. So we're running live on YFM 107.9 as well, 107.9. And we as well want to acknowledge our team of psychologists who are very, very critical in supporting our students to maintain their balance for this competition. The team of psychologists led by Dr. Collins Ajimambedu. Thank you so very much. Good to have you with us. We are truly grateful. And we also want to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Daniel Ni Kwate Teteglova. He's the MP for Tema East, Deputy Minister of Transport, and an old student of PRESEC. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long journey coming together for the 2019 edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz, which has captured the attention of the entire nation. At this point, we want to give you a bit of a recap of the journey that has brought us so far. And so we would focus our eyes on the screens, take that video, and then continue with the rest of our presentations. Thank you.
The 2019 edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz and Science Festival started with a launch event, which was graced by many dignitaries, among which were stakeholders, government officials, sponsors, and potential sponsors. At the launch, the new NSMQ trophy was unveiled. The new preliminary stage quiz mistress, Dr. Thelma Ohini Ejeyi, a lecturer at the School of Pharmacy, was also introduced. The journey to the finals began when the students started arriving, each one of them with a win in mind, and right from day one, the whole camp was filled with sounds of bells as the students practiced in preparation for their contest. The SciTech Fair, which is one of the satellite events, followed right after the students settled in camp. The two-day event saw over 35 interesting projects on display from both junior and senior high schools across the country, as well as some tech startups, tertiary institutions, and organizations. As part of the activities of the fair, representatives from Soronko Academy, a software and development powerhouse, organized a workshop to equip the students with coding skills. That aside, there was an experiential stand where some of the students were made to conduct simple experiments under supervision. The two-day event was climaxed with presentation of certificates and awards, where all the participants of the fair received certificates of participation and 8 schools awards for having outstanding projects. The fair was a huge success, and this was made possible by GOIL, the sole sponsor of the event. The mentorship session, which is also one of the satellite events of the NSMQ, intended, among other things, provide an opportunity for the students to have a personal interaction with some prominent individuals in the field of science and technology, was held every morning from June 18th to July 6th, 2019. Among some of the highly accomplished personalities who mentored the students were Dr. Aram Shwenga, a lecturer at the Department of Mathematics, University of Ghana, Ms. Lois Damte, a STEM advocate, Dr. Jean Arabayangson Insia, the CEO of Healthwise Medical Center, and Dr. Samson Ampofo-Cranton, an obstetrician and gynecologist at the Medifair Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center. The mentorship session was also made possible by GOIL, whose managing director had the opportunity to mentor the students. The picnic and tours, two of the innovative add-ons that were introduced in 2017, were largely patronized. The third edition of the picnic came off on June 23rd at the main field of the University of Ghana, Legon. This was a time for students to take a breather from the competition to de-stress and to freshen up for the grueling task that was ahead of them. The tours offered the students the opportunity to visit centers of scientific activity, including the premises of sponsors, to enable them see science as applied in business, research and industry. Among the places the students visited were NS Chemists, Cocoa Processing Company, Blue Skies and Accra College of Medicine. Next was a balloting exercise for the preliminary stage of the competition, where all 108 schools that qualified from the regional competitions balloted to compete against each other. The schools sealed their own fates that day with their own ballots. The race to the championship started on June 17, 2019, with the preliminary stage of the competition. Apam Senior High School walked into the first preliminary stage with a gallant gait. They were absolutely unstoppable, and at the end of the contest had accumulated 62 points, with their contenders Winneba Senior High School and Dabuasi Senior High Technical School ending the contest with 25 and 5 points respectively. After 2 years of struggling to make it to the national championship, one-time NSMQ champions St. Augustine's College were clearly not going to give any chances. Calm and composed, yet working at lightning speed, they picked all but one of the speed race questions and were the first school to get a Prudential Life NSMQ star at the preliminary stage, a cash prize given to the school that made a perfect score of 10 in round 3, problem of the day. The other schools that won the Prudential Life NSMQ star at the preliminary stage were Boamponsem Senior High School, Laboni Senior High School, Ascent State College, Awudome Senior High School and Presby Senior High School, Bechim. One exciting contest at the preliminary stage was the one that featured Notre Dame Girls Senior High School, Uthman bin Affan Islamic Senior High School and Adaklu Senior High School. The girls from Notre Dame had an enviable fighting spirit. At the end of the first round, the girls were trailing in third place with 7 points, with Uthman bin Affan Islamic School in first place with 16 points. Round after round, the girls slowly bridged the gap, and at the end of the fourth round, were in the lead with 30 points, with Uthman bin Affan in second place with 18 points and Adaklu Senior High School third place with 13 points. Regardless of the slow starts, Notre Dame Girls Senior High School won the contest with a whopping 18 points margin. Another exciting contest at the preliminary stage was the one that had Asamankese Senior High School, Kapohen Senior High School and Srejo Senior High School. Being the last contest, all three schools were not fighting for just a win, but for enough points to make it as one of the 18 highest scoring losing schools in case of a loss. At the end of the contest, Asamankese Senior High School won with 54 points, with Kapohen Senior High School and Srejo Senior High School losing with 33 and 32 points respectively. Nonetheless, their efforts did not go to waste, as both Kapohen Senior High School and Srejo Senior High School made it to the 1A stage of the competition as one of the 18 highest scoring losing schools. Tensions were high when after the last preliminary contest, three schools, Nifa Senior High School, Northern School of Business and TIMAS Ekumfi were tied at 31 points. It took 3 tiebreaker questions to determine a winner, Northern School of Business, to progress to the next stage of the competition.
Northern School of Business. Good. That is correct.
The 27 seeded schools joined the race at the 1A stage of the competition, but unfortunately, this was the end of the journey for many of them. Out of the 27 schools, only 10 were able to progress to the quarterfinals. Among the 17 that lost their seed were Koforidua Senior High Technical School, Archbishop Potter Girls Senior High School, Holy Child School, New Draben Senior High School, St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School, San Dimas Senior High Technical School, St. Louis Senior High School, Kobo Girls Senior High School, and Mauli School. The rest are West Africa Senior High School, first runner-up of NSMQ 2018, Kumasi Senior High Technical School, Ghana National College, Islamic Senior High School, Abrigel Senior High School, St. Margaret's Mary Senior High School, KNUSC Senior High School, and Infansipim School. One of the much anticipated contests at the 1A stage was a central regional derby that featured St. Augustine's College, Infansipim School, and Srejo Senior High School. Infansipim School was definitely not ready to lose their seed and start from the regionals, and St. Augustine's College, on the other hand, had come into the competition with a different game plan, and thus Infansipim School was no match for them. At the end of the contest, St. Augustine's College had won by 58 points, with Infansipim School in second place with 38 points and Srejo Senior High School third place with 10 points.
Yes, Newton. You are right.
Another contest that caused a stir and saw contenders on tenterhooks was the one that featured Anglican Senior High School Kumasi, Opokuwari School, and Osei Chirichiri Senior High School. Considering their excellent performance at the preliminary stage, Anglican Senior High School Kumasi were tipped by many to win this contest. The second-year students were unrelenting, giving Opokuwari School a hard time in the contest.
Yes, Wilfred. You're right.
Alas, fate was not on their side,
Yes,
as Anglican Senior High School placed second to Opokuwari School, but with a very impressive score, 51 points. Hopefully, the second-year students will bounce back fiercer next year as final-year students. The 1A stage saw all the girls' schools but Wesley Girls High School exiting the competition. In Wesley Girls High School's contest with Ibraman Itikuma Senior High School and Akuruman Senior High School, the girls' performance was admirable, winning the contest with 55 points, leaving their contenders Akuruman Senior High School in second place with 24 points, and Breman Itikuma Senior High School in third place with 19 points.
Right.
At the 1A stage, only Opokuwari School and St. Ignatius of Loyola Senior High School won the Prudential Life NSMQ star. At this stage, the cash prize was worth 2,400 Ghana cedis. The quarter-final stage recorded some very electrifying clashes that saw the men being separated from the boys. The Northern Star, Tamale Senior High School, was pleasing to watch. In their contest with St. Augustine's College and Buamponsem Senior High School, Tamale Senior High School put up a very impressive performance, ending the first and second rounds in the lead. After the fourth round, both St. Augustine's College and Tamale Senior High School were at par with 45 points each. The last round was what determined the winner, St. Augustine's College, when they picked all the riddles in the round.
Oh, yes.
Achimota School, although lost their contest, was the only school that earned the Prudential Life NSMQ star at the quarter-final stage, hence bowed out of the competition with a cool 2,800 Ghana cedis for making a perfect score of 10 in the problem of the day. The battle got fiercer at the semi-final stage as each of the schools craved for a win to make it to the grand finale. At the end of the day, St. Augustine's College, St. Peter's Senior High School, and Presbyterian Boys Senior High School Legon emerged as winners of their respective contests, and you would definitely not want to miss this clash at the grand finale for all the tea in China. The 2019 edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz and Science Festival is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service with supports from GOIL, GCB Bank, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Academic City College, BEMTO, Adansi Travels, Kenya Airways, Medifair Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Accra College of Medicine, Akron University, Central University, Newmont Gold Corp Ghana, Enter Varsity, Addition.store, GTP, Hottie Makeup, Shikers Beats, and Pink Pearl. Our media partners are JoyNews, Joy FM, YFM, Class FM, and Radio Universe.
want to respectfully acknowledge as well the presence of the chairman of the GES Council, Mr. Michael Insowa, who has joined us. Thank you so very much. We're truly grateful for your time, sir. And as well, we also have with us the Deputy Head of Mission for the German Consulate in Ghana. Can we please, a round of applause for Mr. Hans Helga Sander. Thank you so very much for joining us. We are truly grateful. Now, as we are all aware, this is very much a GES activity and therefore still falls under the Ministry of Education. And so respectfully want to invite to deliver a speech on behalf of the Minister of Education. Want to invite the Director General of the Ministry of Education, Mr. Benjamin JC, to share a few words with us. A round of applause as he joins us on stage, please. Can we please provide a round of applause? AUGUSCO, PERSCO, help us, help us, help us, help us. I know you're waiting for the main thing, and it will come very shortly. But right now, let's hear from our Director General of the Ministry of Education. So, Mr. JC is the Chief Director of the Ministry of Education. Thank you.
Thank you, MC. You covered my speeches. The Managing Director, Prime Time Limited, the rep of the Director General, and the Chairman of the GES Council, the Mistress National Science and Math Quiz, staff and consultants of Prime Time Limited, headmasters of the 3 competing schools, the reps of the sponsors of this year's contest, Absunians, PERSCObas, and the other Ds, competitors and students of today's 3 competing schools and their families, tutors and coordinators of the 3 teams, friends from the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure to be here today, and I bring you warm greetings from the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, who is engaged elsewhere on a national assignment and is therefore unable to be here today. All too soon, yet another exciting edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz has come to an end. Over the past 2 weeks or so, the nation has literally been fixated to the competition, bringing both excitement to schools that won their contests and disappointments to those that lost. In particular, social media saw a lot of friendly banter between alumni of the various schools. Ladies and gentlemen, having followed this competition keenly, there is no doubt in my mind that we possess a lot of sharp young minds in this country. Our challenge as a nation is how to harness these talents and nurture them for the technological and scientific progress we desperately need in order to lift our people from the depths of deprivation. Governments under His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo firmly believes that no nation that seeks to make progress can afford to ignore science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, otherwise known as the STEM subjects. the Ministry of Education, under the leadership of Dr. Prempeh, is taking active steps to invest in STEM centers at senior, high, and basic school levels across the country to enhance the teaching and learning of science. But beyond that, we are looking at the training methods for science teachers to ensure that their training reflects the realities and dynamics of science education for the 21st century. This calls for a review of our College of Education curriculum, which is currently underway, particularly at the basic school level. It is important to get science education right and groom teachers who inspire and are able to bring out the very best in our children through creative teaching methods. Ladies and gentlemen, today, 3 of our nation's top schools, St. Augustine's, St. Peter's Senior High School, and PRESEC Legon, lock horns in battle to determine who wins this year's championship. Sadly, my school, Opokuwari School, exited the competition at the semi-finals. And the Honorable Minister's School, Prempeh College, exited even earlier at the quarterfinals. But we live to fight another day. I wish to congratulate all the schools that took part in this year's contest, and especially our 3 finalists. It has been a long, grueling trip to this stage, and I'm sure you are each determined to take the cup home. Cape Coast, to take the trophy home to Legon, to Cape Coast, or to Nkwetia. Let me wish all of you the very best, and I'm also sure that we all look forward to an exciting final today. May the healthy competitive spirit that has always characterized the competition prevail, and may Ghana be the ultimate winner today. Thank you for your attention, and may God bless us.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we appreciate the Chief Director, Ministry of Education, Mr. Benjamin J.C. Thank you so very much. So one more time, we have just one more item to go through, and then we will be ready for our finals today, which I know we are all waiting for very eagerly. So we're still running live on Joy TV, on Joy 99.7, YFM 107.9, as well as an overflow screen, which is outside the premises of the National Theatre to cater for the teaming numbers that are out there as well. Our hashtag is still NSMQ 2019. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, these 3 amazing schools have gone through an exceptional journey, all from the preliminaries up to this point. And so at this point, we want to focus attention on these 3 schools and recap how they got to the finals of the 2019 edition. Shall we have the video, please?
The much anticipated grand finale of the 2019 edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz is here. And competing are St. Peter's Senior High School, the reigning champions, St. Augustine's College, the 2019 Central Regional Champions and one-time winner of the NSMQ, and Presbyterian Boys Senior High School, 5-time winners of the NSMQ and record holders.
Okay, I'll give that to you.
The journey to the top wasn't an easy one. Extra hard work, solid teamwork, strategizing and re-strategizing, commitment and sleepless nights are what have brought them this far.
Yes. Yes.
Let's take a look at their journey to the top. For St. Augustine's College, it has been a long, winding journey. In 2017, their journey was cut short at the preliminary stage of the competition when they lost their contest to St. Peter's Senior High School and also failed to make it to the next stage as one of the 18 highest scoring losing schools. Hence, they had to start the 2018 journey from the regional level. Unfortunately, St. Augustine's College lost the opportunity to join the race in 2018 when Sreju Senior High School beat them in their contest at the regional level. The quest to make a statement at the NSMQ, however, has seen the boys from St. Augustine's College bouncing back this year as fierce as a tiger, and they have been nothing but a delight to watch in action. They made a mark right from the regional competitions where they had the highest score in the Central Regional Competition and also won the maiden edition of the Central Regional Championship. In their preliminary contest with Bolgatanga Senior High School and Wale Wale Senior High School, they did not only win the contest with a whopping 76 points, the highest score recorded in the entire competition, but was also the first school to earn an NSMQ star for getting a perfect score of 10 in the problem of the day. With 58 points, they sent Infantsipim School and Sreju Senior High School home at the 1-8 stage. Many envisaged a tough contest between Infantsipim and AUGUSCO, but the AUGUSCO boys were absolutely unbeatable, and the Butcher boys were no match for them.
Yes.
Tamale Senior High School gave them a run for their money at the quarter-final stage, as the Northern Lights matched them boot for boot in the first 3 rounds. In the 4th round, however, AUGUSCO gathered momentum and eventually won the contest with 57 points. In their semi-final contest, St. Augustine's College contested with Keta Senior High Technical School and GSTS, where after a slow start in the first round of the competition, picked up speed in the 2nd round and triumphed at the end of the contest with 53 points to have a feel of the seat at the grand finale after 12 years. The boys from Presbyterian Senior High School, Legon, joined the 2019 edition of the NSMQ with a single quest to further strengthen their NSMQ record by winning the trophy for the 6th time. Seeded, they joined the race at the 1-8 stage, where Asin State College, a school in the Central Region considered as an underdog, gave them a little scare. In their quarter-final contest, they met Pope John Senior High School and St. John's School, and unlike their first contest, this was a smooth win for the Blue Magicians. Everyone envisaged a very tough semi-final contest between PRESEC, Adisado College and Opokuari School. However, this contest, just like the quarter-final contest, was not a hard nut to crack for the PRESECans. St. Peter's Senior High School entered the competition with a shield to defend their title as the reigning champions and have so far done diligently. In their first contest, they met Apam Senior High School and Drobo Senior High School, where St. Peter's Senior High School sailed through successfully.
Yes, Michael. Yes.
In their quarter-final contest with Tiayamas Kumasi and Kwando Senior High School, Tiayamas Kumasi gave them quite a tough time, but in the end, St. Peter's Senior High School proved to be the better of the two. In the semi-final contest with Wesley Girls High School and Tepa Senior High School, St. Peter's Senior High School was absolutely unbeatable, picking most of the speed race questions in the round 2 and answering 3 out of the 4 riddles in the final round. And now to the grand finale. Who among the 3 would earn the much coveted title of NSMQ 2019 champions? Will it be St. Augustine's College, who last won the title in 2007 and definitely hungry for a win? PRESEC Legon, who last won the championship in 2009 and is looking forward to clinching their 6th trophy? Or will it be St. Peter's Senior High School, the reigning champions who are here to defend their title? The 2019 edition of the National Science and Maths Quiz and Science Festival is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service with supports from GOIL, GCB Bank, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Academic City College, BEMTO, Adansi Travels, Kenya Airways, Medifair Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Accra College of Medicine, Akron University, Central University, Newmont Gold Corp Ghana, Enter Varsity, Addition.store, GTP, Hottie Makeup, Chica's Beads, and Pink Pearl. Our media partners are JoyNews, Joy FM, YFM, Class FM, and Radio Universe.
All right. Hello. Hello. So to the three schools who are here, you had your drama session earlier on, and we're just going to go through the prizes, and then we'll invite the contestants on stage. But I have a question I want you to help me to answer. Are you ready? Now, Kwaboche for no more here. Omada. PRESEC for no more. Mr. Kwaboche for no more here. AUGUSCO for no swear. Now Wesley Girls for no. Achimota for no here. Prempe College, I'm here. Oh, wow, somewhere here. Charlie, I'm sure they are roasting me on social media. All right, hold it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an absolutely coveted prize, the winner of the 2019 edition National Science and Maths Quiz. And I want to give you the mouth-watering package of prizes that is going out to our winners just to raise the stakes for you and I. So there are a package of special awards that will be going out to the winners. We first of all have the Newmont Ghana Award for the Best Performing Girls School. And that award comes with a cash prize of 20,000 Ghana cedis. We as well have the Professor Marianne Ade Award for the Best Team. And this is 2,000.
You hear more on the awards later, but let me take you now to the outside of the National Theatre, where that contest is going to happen or start pretty soon. Max Alababa is standing by. Maxwell, what's happening outside the National Theatre?
We'll have the Jacob and Elizabeth Balfour Memorial Award.
Well, Benes, it's simply amazing. Countless people standing outside here all trying to get access to the National Theatre. But thankfully, organizers have provided a viewing center right here so they can watch, from the giant screen outside the National Theatre. Although there is this giant screen here, many of them outside want to get an opportunity to get inside the main auditorium. But unfortunately, at this point, it's not going to be possible. You cannot go inside at this point. So many of them would have to resort to these viewing centers here. But as you can see, the organizers are trying to make it very convenient for them, even as they stand outside here to watch. They are erecting this tent very soon. There are some plastic chairs out here also that they will be positioning so that they can sit on them here and then have a good view of what is happening. It's not just this place. If you go to the main gate of the National Theatre also, a lot of people are standing outside, all of them waiting to get into the main auditorium. But 2 viewing centers have been provided here at the National Theatre. Let's try and speak to some of the old students who are here to support their schools. Let's find out from them their expectations ahead of their contest. St. Peter's SHS. Sorry, your name?
Imanonyako.
Yeah. Okay. PERSCO?
Yeah, St. Peter's.
What should we expect ahead? What should we expect in this contest?
Well, this match to be fun. This match to be fun, la. This match to be fun, la. St. Peter's go away. St. Peter's go away the cup. this match be fun.
Why are you so sure? You're coming up against St. Augustine's College. I know St. Augustine's College, they've won all their contests with very huge margins.
Yeah.
It's just the Tamale SHS contest that they dropped some points. How convinced are you that you're going to win this?
Yeah, because our boys are very good in round 1 and 2 and the riddles. So I confidently know that St. Peter's are going to win the cup. That's the thing.
But you know St. Augustine's and PRESEC Legon also, round 4, round 5, you know what happens. I don't have to belabor that point.
Oh, me I know the fear. As I talked earlier, I know the fear. This thing, if it be bet, St. Peter's, if he wants to use the person when they will take it St. Peter's. So definitely St. Peter's is going to win.
St. Peter's is winning?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me speak to the gentleman from St. Augustine's College. Let's find out from them.
Okay.
Your expectations.
Okay.
What's your name?
Okay, today we are not here for back-to-back because even Cameroon is out of the game, so of the AFCON, so we are not back-to-back. We are talking about the real AUGUSCO. AUGUSCO is going to win, and the rest Omwada.
You are one-time winners.
Yeah.
PRESEC Legon, they've won this competition 5 times.
Yeah.
If you go on social media, on Twitter, trending number 2 or 3 as at the time that I checked is Let's Talk About 6. They're looking at winning it for the 6th time. And you know St. Peter's, defending champions.
Let's talk about 6.
Wouldn't you rather cite yourself in case there's a defeat?
Okay, do you know, let's talk about 6. Let's talk about Egypt. They are also out. So there's no way we are going to talk about 6.
So you're saying that the fact that they're defending champions, they win this contest?
Yeah, AUGUSCO is winning this contest. No doubt about that.
For you old students, what really is at stake for you? What really is the motivation to come all the way here, to support your team?
Green shirt, green shirt, green shirt, green shirt, green shirt, green shirt, green shirt.
That is it. That is all.
That's the motivation. Wow. The boys from AUGUSCO, they will not miss any opportunity to sing and cheer their schools to victory. They say the green uniform is the motivation. That is the reason why they are here standing outside to support their schools. But just to let you have a look, all these people
Maxwell,
are going to watch from the...
Well, thank you very much, Maxwell. We'll have to end it here. Hopefully you can get us some PRESEC old students to hear from. But let's take you back to the main auditorium. The competition is just about starting.
2019 edition of National Maths and Science Quiz, National Science and Maths Quiz, will be receiving a cash award of 40,000 Ghana cedis to the school. The new customized NSMQ trophy would go as well to this winning school. The team of teachers will be receiving 20,000 Ghana cedis cash. The team of contestants, the 3 of them, will be receiving 20,000 Ghana cedis altogether. And of course, the team of teachers and students will as well be receiving the NSMQ gold medals and certificates of excellence. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, after it's all said and done, is it going to be trophy number 6 for PRESEC? Or is it going to be equaling back-to-back champions for St. Peter's? Or is it going to continue the record that every time they go into the finals, they win the competition for St. Augustine's? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready for the action, we'll be inviting the Methodist Diocesan Brigade Band to play for us our theme song for the NSMQ. And of course, Gibson Christian, together with Michael on the keyboard, will be accompanying the renditions. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we will have our very distinguished quiz mistress, Dr. Elsie Kaufman, who will then take over as the curtains rise. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a resounding round of applause as we begin our grand finale for the 2019 edition National Science and Maths Quiz. And here we go.
Thank you.